Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all my favorite warm tone palettes. So these are palettes that I like to use all around the year, or you might think this is more of your fall winter palette, but to be honest I just use it all throughout the year. But I think it'll be best suited for fall winter, but makeup's fun, makeup's art, you can do what you want. I use these shades all the time. Warm tone eyeshadows are my favorite things ever. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you all the pre-made palettes that are my favorite. So not palettes that have Colourpop eyeshadows or single makeup geek and I put them in a Z palette. None of those. I will share with you my single warm tone eyeshadows in a later video. But today I'm just going to be sharing with you pre-made stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So I don't have time to swatch everything. I just don't want you to sit here for 40 minutes. So I'm going to quickly go through and talk about the palettes, and then we can just swatch one or two shades if we have time. So the first thing I've got here, I'm starting off with this because this is my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It is so dirty because the packaging, it's just that way. But that is the Modern Renaissance. You open it and it is so beautiful. So it's got some neutral warm shades, some bold warm shades. These are super pigmented. The main eyeshadows are matte. I absolutely love matte eyeshadows over shimmer. And says the girl who's wearing glitter on the eyes. But I'm not saying I don't like shimmer, but if I had to choose one to wear for the rest of my life, it would be matte eyeshadows. I personally think matte eyeshadows look really nice. So yeah, so most of the shades in here, I'm pretty sure 11 shades in here are matte and 3 are shimmer, but these are so beautiful. They're very pigmented. Absolutely love this palette. It is a high end, so it is expensive, but I absolutely love it. These are so pigmented and you need the tiniest little bit. I'm just saying, don't dig your brush in there, but absolutely love it. These are powdery, they blend really nice, they're pigmented. Everything you can think of, it's in here. I love it. This is my all-time favorite palette. So Modern Renaissance, if you don't own it, you need it. It is absolutely beautiful, and yeah, I feel like this is what made me love warm eyeshadows, warm deep eyeshadows like these. I would have worn those, but I would have never sort of worn those, and this made me love them. So, and then look at me now. I love it. Get your hands on this if you haven't already. Next I'm going to be quickly talking about a dupe for you. So if you like the Modern Renaissance but you don't want to spend that much money, or you're not used to warm shades like that and you want to get into it, the BYS Berries palette is a alternative that looks exactly the same. I'll leave a link down below to my dupes video where I swatch them next to each other, but you can see they are very similar. Of course the Modern Renaissance is, the quality is just, you can't really compare it, but okay, motorbike, but this is very, very good. It for the price, because it's only $12 at Kmart. It is so beautiful, as the other one's $70 at Sephora. So it looks really similar. So if you want to experiment, play around with the shades, because these are pigmented, they're just not as pigmented as the Modern Renaissance. But for a beginner, this palette's good. I like it. Highly recommend the Berries palette if you're on a budget. Alright, so the next palette I have here, so these are in no particular order. The Zoeva Caramel Melange palette. Look at the packaging, it's absolutely beautiful. I love this palette. Can you just take a moment? It's so beautiful. I love it. So this is what it looks like. Oh, the oranges in here, it gives me life. This reminds me of Fanta or Sunkissed. I love it. It's so beautiful. This looks great on the eyes. Like, it's so warm. They're orangey, bronzy shades. I love it. The quality of Zoeva is fantastic. Not too expensive. I think it's about $38 at Sephora for 10 shades, which is pretty good. It's not bad. So I would highly recommend it. I will leave a link down below to any palettes that I mention. If I have a video on it, I will leave the link down below. But yeah, this is beautiful. Highly recommend. Zoeva eyeshadows are great, and these have like no parabens, no minerals and things like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Alright, next palette. Now, I have a love and hate relationship with this, but this is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Now, oh, it smells so good. I love the packaging, love the concept. I think it's very cute. I love most of the shades. Some shades are not as pigmented. So like the Just Peachy, Candied Peach, like they're not good, but this Puree, Summer Yum, like this side, the darker shades are beautiful. And they look really nice on the eyes, but the lighter ones like are not as pigmented. Overall, I do like the palette. It is one of my favorites out of my collection, but it's not the best palette out of the other ones that I'm showing you. You know what I mean? In this pile that I have here, this is not like, oh my god, this is the best out of the pile. But it's a good palette. So if you like the concept of it and you want it something cute, like, oh, sweet peach, you want your makeup to smell nice, you want just like, look, it's not really peachy shades. There are warm shades in here, and that's another thing, they're not like so warm. So if you like a neutral warm tone, you will like this palette because it'll still lean on the warm side, but it's not like orange or red, you know what I mean? So I do like it. It's, yeah, I like it. Check it out. Alright, the next palette I have here is a all matte palette. This is the Viseart 10 Warm Matte palette. So this is just a matte eyeshadow palette. Viseart's a very expensive brand. This is like $80 US. It's so expensive for just matte shades, and there's only 12 in here, but oh my god, these mattes are so good. They blend, they're pigmented, they're not very powdery. I love this. I just got it off Beautylish. Not just, like, I got this off Beautylish. I don't have a video on this, I don't think. I've got a video on everything else I've mentioned so far, but I should film a video on this. But I'm kind of scared to mention it because it's so expensive. But it is really good. It is an investment. So if you get it off Beautylish, you can use Afterpay, but it's so good, guys. It's so good. And so beautiful. There's like yellows, orange, red, browns, all warm tones. Absolutely love this palette. So check it out if you like matte eyeshadows. You will really like this. The quality is spot on. Okay guys, next thing I have here is literally so beautiful that I want this to be my all-time favorite palette, but it just cannot be. Because Modern Renaissance is really good and it's cheaper, but it comes very close. But it's also limited edition, so I don't want it to be my all-time favorite palette. It is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, you guys. This is beautiful. I don't have words. It is just so good. So this is what it looks like. Very, very pretty. Lots of oranges and reds and bronzes and golds. The quality is just great. I love Natasha Denona. I don't know how she creates this. I also don't know why it is this expensive, but there is no inconsistencies. Every single shade in this palette is #1. Like, it is so good. I love it. Natasha, you're killing me. You need to stop with your palettes because I just don't have any money. She just released the Lila palette and I want it. Guaranteed, like, it's not my kind of shades, but there are shades that I want to use. Like, I want to try different palettes so I can, you know, use it. But guys, I've already got 3 Natasha Denona palettes. Like, there is an issue. There's an issue here. So this is my favorite. I love it. I love it. Sunset, you're killing me. I hope she makes this permanent because it's just beautiful. I love it. Alright, speaking of Natasha Denona and how expensive that was like $180. In like Australian pricing, it's $125 US. But let's talk about something that's $340 in Australia. Natasha Denona, the 28 pan palette, the green brown. Look, what is this? Why is this so expensive? But can we admire the beauty? I've done a swatch video on this, you need to go check it out, but this is what started that obsession. I bought this and then I since bought the blue purple palette, and then I bought the Sunset. I love this palette so much, and obviously this doesn't look as warm tone compared to the others, but there is like the couple rows of warm, and also the other shades, like, you know, they're not like bright orange or red, but those green tones are nice and warm. They're not a cool green tone, you know what I mean? They're like a warm green. I love it. And even the browns and stuff, so there's neutrals and browns. I just want to mention it because it is a really nice warm, neutral, warm, colorful palette. You know what I mean? I don't know, I just want to mention it, okay, because it's beautiful. So get your hands on it if you can. But yeah, I know it's very expensive and I'm recommending it to you guys, but it's definitely worth the money. Alright, speaking of Natasha Denona Sunset palette, if you do not, like, again, if you don't know what you're going to look like on with yellow or orange shades and you don't want to spend $180, get yourself this if you find it in stock. This is the Colourpop Yes Please palette. Like, isn't that a dupe for Sunset? Like, let's be real. This is like an exact dupe, like literally, or like, you know, nearly there. It's literally, but the quality is so good. Colourpop kills it. Colourpop, I love you. The product's really good. This is only $16. I had to get this on like the 4th restock because it's just selling out. It comes and then it goes. So if you guys want it, you need to get on it. Like, you need to follow it. You need to keep notifications on your emails, because once you get it, you need to order it, because that's what I did. I got it so late because it just keeps selling out, but the palette is beautiful. So if you don't want to spend that money on Sunset palette, try to get this. Either way, they're both hard to find because they're both really popular. Next thing I have here is the BYS Peach palette. Now, as we are talking about the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, same as the Modern Renaissance one and the dupe for that with BYS. If you don't want to spend that much money, spend $12 and try this out. These are warm tone, peachy, orangey shades. If you don't know what you're going to look like in that, or you don't want to spend that much money, the quality is really nice. It is pigmented, it looks beautiful on the eyes. Obviously, again, okay. This is actually pretty close to the Too Faced one, alright? Because Too Faced one's the inconsistency in the palette, so I find that the pigmentation in this is really good. So if you don't want to spend that much money but you want to test it out, to, like, you know, if you would like the shades or not, try the BYS Peach palette because it's beautiful. Alright, let's quickly do this. The next thing is a very new palette that's really new to my collection. I only got it 2 weeks ago. My friend Laura got this for me for my birthday. This is the Queen of Hearts palette by Raine. I have used it, I haven't done a review or anything like that on it, but guys, this is more beautiful. Like, it's just beautiful. Like, I wasn't expecting this to be this beautiful. Like, look at it. Just look at it. It's a beautiful warm tone palette. It's got deep shades, it's got nudes, it's got color, like the purple for a pop of color, that Fanta orange. Like, it is absolutely beautiful, the pigmentation. Like, I'll leave a link down below to my reaction to getting this palette because I had no idea. I've never seen it before, I haven't swatched it, and my reaction was caught on camera of how excited I was when I swatched this. I was like, this is how I am when I see makeup. Like, I am hyper. It is so good. I love it. I love this palette. I'm going to do a tutorial, but there's just so much makeup releasing. There's just so much content I need to put out, and it's just like there's no time. I keep forgetting, but I'll definitely remember to film a review on this. This got restocked after like 8 months or 9 months. It was crazy. It was sold out for a long time, and it came back in stock, and Laura got it for me. I love it. So good. Alright, let's quickly go through this. It's just taking forever. If you're on a budget and you want to spend like $20 or $22, whatever this one costs, this is the Chi Spices palette. This is beautiful. I did a swatch video on this last year, but it's really beautiful. This is one of the warm tone eyeshadows that came in drugstore. So if you live in Australia and you want good quality drugstore eyeshadows, Chi will provide that for you. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's got oranges, that warm browns, deep browns, golds. It's a beautiful palette. The shades are nice and the price is right. I hate this. I live on a main road and it's just so annoying. Anyway, love it. Check it out. Chi. Good job. Good job. Love it. Alright, 4 more left. We're nearly there. Kylie's Burgundy palette. I've got Kylie's bronze palette, not worth the money. The Burgundy palette, absolutely beautiful. I created a sunset look using this. I was like, girl, I don't want to take my eyeshadow off. Like, I was like, I don't want to take it off. It was so beautiful. I love it. This is so beautiful that I'm just giving you all these choices and they all look exactly the same. But if you've got preference of brands, like, you know, you might love Kylie, you might not like Kylie. So that's why I mentioned, I don't know, Queen of Hearts, because you might prefer that brand. So whatever, this is just the stuff from my collection that I'm showing you that are warm tone. So you can decide what you like. But I absolutely love this Burgundy palette. Really good quality. Whenever I wear this, I just have a really good eyeshadow day. When I wear that shade, my eyes just pop. Love it. Very pigmented. Love this one. Alright. Urban Decay Naked Heat, one of the newer palette to my collection. Quality is so good. Packaging is so good. I just recently did review and get ready with me. Links in the description. But every time I wear this, or any shades I wear from this, I just look so good. I'm like, wow, you look good. I can just make it work. Like, it's a really good palette. It's really warm. It's nice. I love it. I think they could have changed some shades around, but other than that, the palette's really beautiful. I love it. My favorite naked palette from Urban Decay. Absolutely love it. Alright, the second last palette. Let's talk about the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is beautiful. It's a really nice warm palette. Not my all-time favorite, but it is a really nice palette, and they're discontinuing this, so get your hands on it if you're a makeup collector, because it is a good palette. Now, they have these textured eyeshadows, which you need to use your fingers and glitter glue to apply. The rest are matte shades. The mattes are beautiful. They're more of a dry matte, so, but they're very pigmented and they do apply really nicely. They don't feel as buttery as other mattes, you know, they're more dry mattes. Yeah, the palette's really good. I just don't reach for it for some reason, but I absolutely love it. Like, when I reach for it and I wear this bottom row, oh god, I love it. It's so good. I used to wear this a lot and I stopped using it. You know how you just forget it? That's what I did with this. I forgot about it, but it's a beautiful palette. I'm going to leave it on my desk and start using it again because it is a really good palette. But the next thing we have here is literally, I got it today. It won't be the day that you're watching it, but the day you're watching it. So today is the 18th of September, and this palette just released today, and it is my favorite. Like, it is one of my favorites. Like, you need this palette. So I wanted to mention it. The Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. That is what I've got on my eyes right now. This tutorial is up on my channel, leave the link down below. But oh my god, it's already getting dirty. How beautiful is this palette? I'm in love. It is stunning. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've used 6 shades out of the 18. They're all applied beautifully. I'm going to be testing out more. Like I literally got it 5 hours ago. So, but I love it. I highly recommend it. Just look at it. Look at the package. Like, it's so beautiful. Yeah, like I've literally just got it, so I need to test out the other 12 shades, but I'm sure I love it because it is just beautiful. I love it. I highly recommend it. There it is. Those are all my warm palettes. That is a lot. I've been filming for half an hour. Hopefully it's only 15 minutes long. Let's see. But that is it for this video. Really hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite warm tone palette is. I would love to know so I can go out and buy it if I don't have it already. But yeah, anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.